What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the next episode. We're here with Day and Jay today, and we're just going to go over some general questions, get a man's perspective on things a little bit, and talk about some personal growth. And I just thought of a couple questions, put them out there, and we're going to go over our answers. So Day's going to go first, then Jay's going to go next. But yeah, let's just get into it. So, what title would you give this chapter of your life?
Lost in the desert, for real. Because I tell you right now, it's like I'm in the middle of a desert and I see paths. I see like mirages, and I'm like, that could be my life if I go over there, or that one could be, or that one could be. But it's like, which one's the actual safe destination? You feel me? And then it's like, is safety where I want to go, or do I want to have a life of excitement? You feel me? I'm only 20. I don't really got no. I mean, I do have a plan, but I don't have a plan in the sense of where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. Alive, hopefully, type shit. But that's all I really got. Whew.
What about you, Jay?
I had to rethink my answer. Hold on. Okay, so at first I was gonna say new beginnings. That's outplayed. So I'll say more like a room with many doors. Kinda suggesting where Davion's going, since we're not even like a year apart. I'm 19. So like there's a lot of opportunities I can go and do like education. But Ian, we working at the same job and stuff. I can also go down that route too and many other routes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, y'all started way before I did. So I didn't start that job until I was like 25. So, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do, especially at your age. So, education's good, but also education takes time too. So sometimes people don't have to get educations and they end up finding their own path. So yeah, you got time to figure it out though for both of y'all.
Yeah.
For me, for me, I'd say it's just I'd call this chapter like finding form, like taking everything that I've already had, past 10 years probably, and just actually utilizing most of it. Especially like stuff like this, like creating content. GTA 6 is coming out. I'm trying to get everybody on the stream team and get us all going. So yeah, like glad to have people that want to do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
That's
feel
why
you.
we're here, man.
Yeah, we together.
Let's go with the next one. Let's see. If you had to pick a song or album to represent yourself, what would it be?
Right now, I know Jay, you're gonna hate to hear it, but it's
Yeah, you can do it.
Prerogative by Bobby Brown. I'll see
Jesus.
that bitch to the day I die.
Mm.
Nah, 'cause what he's saying in the song is true. He says everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why don't they just let me live? You feel me? Like it goes back to the last question. I don't know what I want to do, but
Mhm.
I know and I want to trust in myself to make the right decisions. And I don't want to hear no negativity from no one. I respect constructive criticism, but what I'm not gonna respect
Mhm.
is the negative energy and like that people just promote. My prerogative is all I'm on right now. It's my prerogative. It's the way that I want to live, type shit.
Nice shit.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What about you, Jay?
Sorry, Davion, but I gotta say Drake's successful. I mean, because what man doesn't want to be successful? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I hear
I
that.
want the money, I want the clothes, I want the cars. You know what I'm saying? I want it all.
I think that song has lasted a long time. Anyways, I mean, people still listen to that song today. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Man, we forgot the best part. I
for,
just want to be successful.
Successful. Yeah.
I'll say for me, it's just "Buttons" by Mac Miller. Um,
Mhm.
he talks about like in that song. I mean, R.I.P. Mac Miller, but he talks about I don't know, just like being two places at once, basically. And like
Mhm.
as you get older and everything and whatever, I'm not even that old, but just like in general, people will think you can be like two or three places at one time, like everybody needs you type of thing. So, yeah, I'm connecting that with that song lately. Um, But yeah, let's keep it moving to the next one.
Mhm.
Does your phone wallpaper say anything about you as a person?
Mm,
I have two that does.
okay, see, my phone wallpaper. See, I mean, I guess, but not really, because my phone wallpaper is my cat with the PS5 controller. Because it like she was playing the game, and I was like, "Oh, that's shit cute." So, well, I guess you could say I'm a
Yeah.
cat. I'm a cat lover. I was talking with a girl, still talking to her now, and she she got me introduced to cats. I used to be scared of cats. They eyes, they used to fucking wear me out. I'm like, ugh, that little demon. He's staring at me. But then after a while, a cat got up on my stomach, started purring and shit. I'm like, I'm in love. So then came back home. I said, I need to get one for myself. So then I got myself a little cat. Her name is Nobu. I named her after a Ghost of Tsushima horse because I'm a gamer type shit. My cat is an asshole, but
Mm.
it's love. I feel it's love in there. I would drop my job for my cat. You know the stories, Jay.
You've done it before. Yeah. You've done it before.
Like shit, I will leave that bitch. If my cat needs to get a fucking shave, though she had hair clumps of hair on her stomach. It
Mhm.
was making my baby uncomfortable. I had to do something, so I had to call off work. I'm sorry. Not
Dang, just for a cat. I got you.
Hey man, I never know he was a diehard cat person until that day.
Yeah, I mean that is dedication right there. Even though cats are supposed to be easy to take care of, I mean this dude had to call out and get things fixed. What about you, Jay? You said you got two of them, but I
Yeah.
guess are they not like you're not using
No,
that
no.
right now?
Yeah. I just be switching over. But Davion knows one of them about the samurai, the peaceful
I
samurai.
did fuck
Yeah,
with that.
that is a symbol of really like growth and peace. You know what I'm saying? And the other one, I I did added this one recently. Stop losing your mind over people that don't mind losing you. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, nah, that one hits right now for sure.
Yeah, because I used to do that. I used to actually like lose like my mind, but not lose it, but you know what I'm saying, lose my cool over people because you know what I'm saying. I guess you can say like I get like very attached to people to where you know what I'm saying they're my inner circle.
No, yeah, that's
So
I mean that's what I was talking about with you the other day. It was like passion versus like
yeah,
if
so when I
somebody discards you or like and that
Type shit.
I thought I had things figured out too, but yeah, like losing yourself over stuff like that is not the path you want to be on or whatever. Like you got to recognize it. So no, that's
Bro.
good. You have that to remind
yeah,
yourself. Yeah. So the wallpaper I have actually is like a graphic design that I drew it myself, like inside of Notes, and it was like I think I did these like earlier this year when I was going through a weird time, and I don't know. I might have been talking to somebody, I might not been. I don't remember, but like the point is, I drew a vending machine where it's like on the right is like a coin and it says give, and then like what comes out is what you get. So it's like a blank vending machine, but it's like whatever you put in is basically what you're gonna get out. So
mm,
Oh,
it's kind
shit.
of like a reminder every day to just like whatever.
yeah, that comes with everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not just job, girlfriend, whatever, like dating, none of that stuff. It's just every day, whatever you give is kind of what you're gonna get in return. Even if you don't believe in karma, I just feel like, like if you're not putting in the effort, you're not gonna really see anything in return. If that makes sense. So
Yeah,
Dude, like remember back when I was talking about the negativity people give you, that stuff, it genuinely does. It affects your entire life perspectives. They say see the silver lining and stuff for a reason, because if you can see, I mean, if you can, I'm not gonna say be delusional a little when it comes to your happiness, you can be a happier person. But if you're only a person who can recognize the negative, you're only going to be negative, and that's going to affect every other facet of your life.
yeah, you gotta yeah, exactly. Can't wake up in a negative mood, dude. It's like once you're negative like for a day, I feel like, or once you let something ruin your mood, it just shuts your whole day down. And that's like you said, as long as you keep telling yourself to be positive, then it doesn't really matter. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, we'll keep going. Let's see. So this one was a little bit long. This one's more man driven or whatever, but As a man, what's your good idea of a good date? Or sorry, as a man, what's your idea of a good date? We often hear what the man is supposed to do, like from women, or you see on social media what the men are supposed to do. But what's something a woman can do on dates to make it a good one?
For me and my experiences, I have a girlfriend. I would say that right as this girl. Well, it's a toss up. The girlfriend title's a toss up for real. But I will say when it comes to dating and what would make a date better for me is it's all about communication for me, right? If a girl who's understanding, I can do whatever I want with her. Because in my life, I've always heard girls say, "Hey, yo, talk to me, open up to me." And, hearing it, experiencing some version of it, that's something I really want within my partner. So I want a girl who can understand me. I want a girl who I can talk with, and I don't have to, be scared or recoil or have to deal with an attitude just because I've said like my opinion. She doesn't have to agree with everything I say, but surely she can be confident in herself and within me to know that just because I'm saying something doesn't necessarily like warrant a giant reactions. Because I'll tell you right now, every girl I've dealt with, right? I'll say something that they may not agree with, and that's okay. Different people. And it could turn a good date to a horrible date like that. Quick.
I'm just gonna go off of Davion's answer and say that I think good conversation is important. You got to be able to laugh. Like it makes everything a bit easier, and I think it's important for both parties to ask about each other equally. Like making sure no one talks too much about themselves, because I feel like that's some girls will do that, or some women, whatever, and some men actually do the same thing. So it's like I feel like it's not a good idea to talk about yourself too much, unless someone's asking like a million questions. All right, so the next question is how can someone show you they love you without saying the 3 words?
Someone showing me they love me. I mean, just being there. Presence is everything. I want to experience a lot of things in my life, and I just want to have a partner who wants to do that with me.
Like that's just being there, like just
being there. I know, like, let me say I want to go somewhere. I want that person, whoever it is, I want to do that with you, and that she just wants to be there and she's happy being there. I don't want to have to drag someone somewhere they don't want to be. I want them to want to be there because I'm there and they want me to be happy. Presence, everything, effort, everything.
Do you think it's like follow up to that? Like, do you think it's hard to be with somebody that, or would it be hard for you to be with somebody that kind of likes to be alone, like space sort of person? Like, because I've gone through that. So, like, you can love someone as much as you want, but like in the end of things, like if there's somebody that likes to come home from work, be alone, do what they got to do, and like they don't even want to talk and stuff like that. Like, dude, trying to be with somebody like that is a very difficult situation, especially for somebody like I'm the same way. Like, I want to experience life with somebody, especially if they're my partner. Like, I'm trying to go places with them. I want to try new restaurants with them, like stuff like that. So, yeah,
exactly. That's what life is. They say YOLO. You only live once. I don't want somebody who's so rude. I don't want somebody who sticks to routine. I want to go out. I want to do a lot of things, try new things. And I don't want somebody, to cramp with style. Because like you said, sometimes people want space to themselves. And I agree with that. Because, I've been in relationships where, you feel smothered. Like, oh, I see this person every day. I can't even miss you.
Right.
But then it gets to a certain degree that, like, just because you're with somebody doesn't mean I want you around all the time. I said I love presence, but you can be doing your stuff in that part of the room, and I can just be doing my stuff in my room. But me knowing that, ayo, and you'd be like, yeah, from afar, just knowing that you're there, that just makes my day. That's love to me because you don't have to be there. You feel me?
Right. I hear that. Jay, what about you, man? What you got?
Really, most of it was said already, man.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think these two questions kind of go together, anyways. But my answer was pretty much just like going back to conversation, and then listening. I think like listening to each other is huge. Like if somebody can recall something that you spoke about in the previous convo, and somehow they like use it later, and I just feel like that type of stuff shows you that they like love being in that moment of time. Kind of what Davion was saying, like they loved kind of like being there in that moment, and they were like paying attention, even if you were just conversating. Because then like 2 weeks later, like, hey, I got you your new game or something like that. So Davion, do you feel like people can influence your personal growth, or is it ultimately up to you to make that choice?
I think people can influence your growth. Yeah, people can influence your growth, definitely. But like, it's really ultimately up to you to grow and change, right? Because, if somebody, I'm big on constructive criticism. I have no problem with someone telling me I've done something wrong or I could do something better. But at the end of the day, it's my choice to decide if this is something worth sacrificing or doing, right? So if someone say, Davion, you're talkative. I'm like, fair, constructive. That's constructive criticism, right? But it's still up to me to decide to, okay, there's times where I need to shut up or I can just continue to talk. So it's still going to always be up to me to, make that change to grow.
Right, I hear that. What about you, Jay?
Uh, yeah, I think it's a 50-50 thing. Like, of course, um, people can affect your growth, you know what I'm saying? But you also have a choice to let it affect you. So, like, let's say my mom, right? She she's been raising me by herself and all that.
W
And she's
mom.
been she's been raising me by herself and all that. So, and I've been taking it in, not I choose to, but also out of respect and love.
Yeah, for me, I think that like people can have a positive influence, but you got to be willing to challenge yourself to become better.
Mm,
Um, and then going back to what Davion kind of started with today, was like I think having positive people around who also prioritize growth, like
mm,
I think that's a lot better than those who don't make it a priority. Because I mean, there's some people I know that I've known them for a long time, and whether it's their job or just their daily routines, like they're not even doing anything different than what they were doing 10, 12 years ago. And once you kind of separate from people like that, you start to realize like every day is a new opportunity, kind of. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah,
um,
most definitely, most definitely.
I mean,
Definitely.
going into the
Like,
growth thing too. I mean, like, do you think you can become a better person or a better man? Like, is that possible? Or I mean, how do you think you can do that? Basically,
Mm,
I think it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of discipline, a lot of work, and accountability. Especially, I want to be big on accountability because I fuck up all the time. But it's choosing to continue to fuck up is what makes you a bad man, if that makes sense, right? Because being a better man in my eyes is someone a flexible man, but also a man who's sturdy. You feel me? And when it comes to that, I want to be strong with my principles and my morals, but I also want to be able to adapt to different type of situations. And
yeah,
that's
yeah, that makes sense. The flexibility one, that one definitely makes sense. Like flexible but still strong enough to kind of like lead the way. Because I feel like men are kind of leaders. Like I mean, we have to be. Um,
definitely.
yeah. Jay, what about you?
yeah, yeah. I feel like I can be a better man all the time. Like I can go in the gym more. You know what I'm saying? You can always be kinder. You know what I'm saying? Be softer.
Yeah.
You can always be more understanding. They're like everyone. There's not such a thing as I cannot be better. You know what I'm saying? There's like you can always be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think saying you can't be better is kind of close minded, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
and and that's like the true thing that that guy needs to become better. Like he
right,
has to.
yeah, like, yeah, that's like pretty much what I was saying too. I think for me, I could just in general, I could think things out more, and then also like be humble enough to say that I don't have everything figured out because a job, a car, a house, that's all fine and dandy, but like there's still so much more to figure out. So whether that's like now or 10 years in the future, I mean, I definitely don't have everything figured out. So and then
Hmm.
as far as a man, like I just got to continue to be better and do more for my son as a father, and then more understanding of him, like as a man, I guess. Make sure he grows up to be a good man, and then, like you were saying, Jay, like there's always a better version of yourself out there. It's just a matter of kind of the growth question before. Like it's a matter of like putting yourself in the right scenario to keep growing
Yeah.
and
I,
be more
I have a question.
positive.
I have a question though. Have
Yep.
you ever, like, you saying you can always be better? Have you ever thought you taught your son something that you feel like you shouldn't have, or you always
Not
been
really. I
objective?
mean, so for him, it's like two houses too. So like, something I've come to terms with is like no matter how much I do on my end, like there's a whole other world out there that he's experiencing. So I mean,
Mm.
I just try to, yeah, I don't know, be a
It's just
good
the fact.
example
It's
for
the
him.
fact is like there's only so much you can do on your
Yeah,
part. You know what I'm
and
saying?
also like as he grows like older, his personality is really shaping right now. So like I feel like a
Mm.
lot of people argue that like 13 is an important age, 14 is an important age because of like puberty and everything like that. But it's like I feel like right now, like from 6 to 10 is like the most important time of his life. So I have to be like really careful with what I say. I have to be make sure I don't do anything silly in front of him or like bring him around people that I shouldn't be bringing him around, stuff like that. So
Mhm.
um, that
Uh,
like that's why I got to be better for myself too, because like if I keep pushing myself to be better, then in turn I'm just going to be a better father. So it all kind of like merges together once you become a dad, but
Mhm.
that's a whole different story, right? So, Davion, what's one piece of advice that you've gotten that's really kind of stuck with you?
the best advice I've gotten, and it sticks with me, is to see the rainbow. You must first experience the rain, and like I think it's life. Like we all have a life part that just fucks us up. Like we be up, we be high, and then something takes us down. Really, like strips us down to our vulnerable parts. And I think that once you experience that and get through that, you can finally start to grow and be a better you. And that's the rainbow. The rainbow is you getting past it and finding a better happiness after it. Because nothing ever stays bad, right? Life is always fluctuating. So happiness isn't like a destination, basically. It's something that you continuously gain and lose. It's just always trying to find the next best thing to keep yourself happy.
Heck yeah. What about you, Jay?
I'll say life isn't a race. You know what I'm saying? It's just you just go at your own pace. Meaning like it's cool if the other dude got, let's say, the other dude got $100, you got fuck it five. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know,
No,
like anyway with a business or streaming what we're doing now. Like what we're doing now. There's like Theo Vaughn, millions of viewers every day. That's cool. He's at his own life. He went through it. Cool. Now, for us, we're just beginning. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that we can have some discipline, like you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? And keep going off of it. Keep it consistent. Doesn't
yeah.
matter if we get point one, we lose, then gain, then gain, then lose, then gain, gain, gain. It doesn't matter because we keep it consistent. Then it'll pay off.
For me, I'd say it's just not everything that looks good is good for you, and then not every good-looking person is an angel. Basically, what's something that brought a smile to your face this week?
Um, I told you, me and the girl we try to get back to a better place. So I saw a little glimpse of us being happy again. So a little smile hit my big ass head.
Mm.
What about you, Jay?
Uh, the girl at the cafe, the Latina joint. You know what I'm saying? I like it when she says my name type shit. You know, hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey.
You know what I'm saying? If she said JD, I'm like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? I have a thing for Latinas too. What about you, Ian?
I think going back to your last answer, pretty much just like the fact that I'm surrounding myself with others that are excited to create content, not only this year, but just like going into next year. And just knowing that every day is an opportunity to keep growing, whether that's work, personally, relationship wise, family wise. Like, there's opportunities to grow everywhere. So that's why I wanted to focus on that today. Pretty much just talk about things that can change for all of us, basically. So, yeah, appreciate you guys coming on today. I know this is like our first time trying to record everything, so I know I'm gonna learn from this. Like, I'll probably have a better setup next time, but
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're
nah,
good.
yeah,
Anytime.
this was
We
clean either
every
way. Yeah.